My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
This is my first time ever being arrested.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time, you know?
Oh, what is this wait, is he... Did he just have... Does he have a bunch of cardboard cutouts? What the
body
heck?
cam footage came in. No one's ever seen it, and we're gonna watch it right now.
He came to harass us at our place. He's out of state.
So this is filmed right after I get...
So already the lies and the slander coming out to try and get him out of here. I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised, but it's so stupid, man, how they're just coming after Ben still and how they want him to go back to freaking jail. It's insane. Is this good, Lalas? Are we good? I gotta just make sure my eyes are in the right place for you.
Released from jail the first time because I got arrested because I was trying to serve them court papers to take them to court. They're just making up reasons for me to be arrested, but then I get out of jail because I paid for bond. I get out of jail.
Dude, he shouldn't have gone to jail at all. This entire situation has been a government overreach to like the nth degree. I'm still so salty for him, man. But also, Ben, as we said last time when Ember was here, you know, probably should have stayed quiet in some parts. I think he probably wouldn't have gotten sentenced or anything, or a much shorter time, if anything, if he had just waited for the lawyer. But I think we sort of discussed it, and some people said, oh, you know, he didn't really get a lawyer at the start because he wanted to show that, you know, the little guy gets a bit bonked here.
And now Ammon's just calling the police because he's like, you guys let Ben out of jail? Like, what the hell? Like, how could you guys do that? Ben needs to be in jail right now.
So he was arrested, and I think he was booked into the Utah County Jail.
Okay.
And he must have been released, even though he's an out-of-state, you know, like flight risk. He was released, and so he's a YouTuber that does this stuff for videos and clicks.
Okay.
He was arrested in California for doing this kind of trespassing and kind of stuff.
Trespassing, more like saying the truth. So why don't you say that about the journalists, right? The legacy media journalists. They won't say that about them because they have these journalists in their pockets. But then somebody like Ben comes in to report the truth, to report the facts and the gross overreach by these people. And then he gets badunka badunk. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Before, just I think in 2024.
Right.
My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
This is my first time ever being arrested.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time, you know?
So that's what's happening, and so, but we like he's also been passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
To financially harm. Honestly, Bricks and Minifigs did their own harm to themselves, handling this so poorly as they have this entire time. So what is this? Dude, sorry, I have to find a way to reword this because the way that I said it is very inappropriate in my head. They're just, you know, sitting with each other, they're kissing each other. You know, this is a little less inappropriate, but they're just sitting here. The cops and Bricks and Minifigs, they're just making out in the police car. That's what they're doing this whole entire time, man. It's not even it's not even funny, dude. They're evil.
Fraudulent gift certificates. Does he mean the Guinness World Record?
Oh, I was so confused. I've watched that part like 5 or 6 times. I was like, what's he mean gift certificates? Like,
I think he means the World Record certificate.
This is an award for most Legos stolen by any company in the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most Legos stolen. They absolutely deserve that award.
That's what's going on. But at this point, I just need some information so I can tell our staff what is going on, because if I need to go and get some of my staff armed so that he can't threaten them,
Right.
That's what I need to do. Or they're going to go find him and rearrest him because he clearly had to have violated some kind of rule.
So we have talked about the Mormons a bit, at least the Utah Mormons. And from what Akko told me, the Utah Mormons are a different breed of not very good people. So yeah, that's a connection that was made. If you look at my last stream with Ember on it, she did bring that up very briefly. I don't have anything against Mormons as people, but this particular group here in this part of Utah are clearly in cahoots with each other and with the police, and they are defending their own, as Ember said last time. It's a crazy rabbit hole, honestly. It's a really deep and dark rabbit hole, and it's really unfortunate too, because at the end of the day, you know, stealing, murder, things like that, they're all sins. Like, if they believe that these things are sins and they're covering up for one of their own, it's ridiculous. And I don't know, I mean, there might have been punishment behind the scenes that we don't know about, but I mean, how much can you really do, right?
There's got to be something to stop this guy from continuing to intimidate our staff.
Yeah, how'd you guys let this guy out of jail? If we let this guy out of jail, he's gonna kill our staff. Like, how can you possibly think of letting this guy out of jail?
You watch this, I feel like you're just like, dude, this is hilarious. I'm like, dude, this pisses me off.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, yeah.
I mean, we gotta laugh a little. This situation has been so bleak. It's probably gonna keep going on for at least like another year or two. Look, I don't blame Ben for taking a moment to laugh. I would too. You know, sometimes you gotta dance in the rain.
Like, he's literally lying through his freaking teeth.
I don't know what has been done since he was arrested yesterday.
Sure.
Like, we all sighed a big sigh of relief this morning knowing that he was arrested last night. And then to have this happen all over again, like, everyone's feeling some pretty significant trauma that he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, so it's not the police or corrections that let him out. That's going to be a judge, right? And so that would be a complaint that would have to be directed towards their office to find out what's the deal. Why would you let this guy out when he's stalking us, right? That's
Yeah. So yeah, really quick. Sorry, let me grab a pen. Who do I contact for that?
He's like, dude, what are you talking to me about this for? Talk to the judge.
The police officer's like, we tried to keep him in jail until his court case for a month, but the stupid judge let him out. So, like, don't complain to
These judges, these police officers are so corrupt to the bone, bro. I can smell the rot coming from their bones just through the screen alone. Holy smokes. Yeah, laugh so you don't cry. Yeah, that's been me this week. Laugh so you don't cry.
me, complain to the judge.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I suggest you put all evidence that you have against this guy on that.
He acts really, like, cutesy, like he's clearly got some form of sociopathic disorder, because he lies through his teeth. He says and does whatever he can to just get away with whatever he wants. Again, multiple arrests, I think, in the past in different states.
So, obviously, if you look
Corrupt and gets away. Okay. So the pot is calling the kettle black. Is that what I'm hearing? Did you guys hear that? My brain blanked out for a second, but like, for hello? Huh? Dude, these people are such hypocrites, bro. And they're like the worst kind of hypocrites because they're doing like the most heinous garbage. Oh my gosh. So someone give them an award for most cognitive dissonance. Like, put them in the box. Put them in the box right now, Jed. Do it. Just do it.
in the police records, you can see that I've never been arrested before, but because Ammon says so, maybe the police will just listen to Ammon, you know?
His word every single time. They're taking his word over your evidence. Doesn't make any sense.
Because facts are so it's because feelings over facts. It's not facts over feelings when it comes to these people. And they're evil, manipulative crooks. That's what they are. This is textbook corruption out in the open. And they don't care because they have the power. They have their group. They've had the families and the people who've lived there for a long time. And they all know each other. So why do they care? And then, look, no offense, Ben. I would move out of California ASAP. Like, with the kind of stuff you're doing, it's genuinely not worth living in California. Not only do you get taxed a ton of money, but these guys will work with other more corrupt government. Like, look, all states have their problems. I think even the least corrupt are still corrupt to some extent. But at the very least, you'd have a bigger chance at, like, justice in, like, a state like Texas, maybe. And they wouldn't be able to come after you as easily, right? In comparison to where you are now in California, where they absolutely don't give two flying ducks about you, bud. Sorry to say, I genuinely recommend you leave the state of California as soon as possible. Get your stuff, leave. I know you want to fight, but this is a fight that is best fought from a different angle and perhaps somewhere else. I'm not gonna lie. If I were him and I had his kind of money and viewership, heck, I even want to move out of my own state because in the future, you know, as the more open I become and people try to find me, I need to be somewhere else. And I don't know where that will be, but it will probably not be here. As much as I love living where I am now.
I don't know.
That's another charge, obviously. I mean, we'll stack him until he leaves you guys alone, I guess. You know what I mean? Or they put him in jail, one or the other.
What is this confession? You're telling me that they confessed to this openly and Ben still gets the short end of the freaking stick, bro? This is insane, man. This is so freaking insane. I'm losing my marbles. I lost my brain cells. Now I've got marbles.
Dude, that's so insane to freaking say.
Basically, I think Ammon lied to them saying that there's a restraining order when there wasn't. And so he's like, oh, well, that's another charge. And we're just going to keep making up charges about me until I'm in jail for good.
It's insane. Like, that confession alone needs to raise 10 million Chinese communist parades, put them all in red, sound the alarm, put the red flags up. Somebody needs to do something. Please tell me that the feds are on this case, because clearly Utah and California are going to be the most useless people to walk this earth. It's insane. What a freaking confession. There is not enough outrage for the situation. I genuinely believe that there is not enough outrage. There has to be more. There has to be freaking more than this, man. He's getting millions of views. Can we just please, like, the Fed, look, I know the feds are watching me. My federal agent, I know you're watching. If you're watching, can you please do something? I know you're waiting for me to slip up, but my boy Ben here needs your help.
I don't know what it sounds like. Even though the evidence goes against everything you say, I want to help you out, Ammon, because
I can stack, I'll try to stack it on this stalking case.
Oh my god, dude.
They're not even stalking them. What the heck? There's plenty of audio proof and even like body cam footage where they're asking, you know, where they need to serve papers. How is that stalking? This, like, okay, no offense here, but like a lot of these male cops seem like women. Like they're in their feminine energy, Chad. They're in their friggin' feminine energy.
Does he not know that he's recorded?
I am just going to figure this out here. Okay, sir. I'm going to call the jail, and then I will meet you over there, okay?
Okay, perfect. See you there in a little bit.
Yep, bye. Hey, it's Abrams with Orem Police Department. How you doing? You guys let a guy go this morning. It sounds like named was released from the jail today.
Officer Abrams?
Yep. Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
Ah, look who's here. Our favorite no eyebrows. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Man, is there any way I can use your bathroom?
Yeah,
real quick?
for sure. We've got one right
Yeah, how about we give you a new brain while we're at it, too?
back here.
Taking my body camera off and setting it down for a second so I can use the bathroom. You shouldn't be doing this stuff, right? You know what I mean? All 5 of them.
You know, I wonder if that was an excuse to like turn off the body cam footage while he talked to Ammon in the meantime. What do you guys think? It was just a ploy. It was just a ploy. He knows he's being recorded. He had to take a moment away so that he could talk.
Should be charged.
basically what they're saying now is not only should we put Ben in jail for forever for trying to serve these court papers, we should put all 5 of his team members in jail for trying to take you guys to court. You guys don't deserve to go to court, and anyone that tries to take you to court, we're going to put them in jail indefinitely.
They started threatening to kill some of the staff.
What? Dude, this guy's such a freaking liar. You see him lying out of his freaking teeth. This guy has no soul. Somebody twist his ankles or something. Because gosh darn, man. What an actual lying piece of garbage. Oh my gosh. Oh, he makes me so mad. He actually boils my freaking blood.
And so they're just like, hey, if you don't, we're gonna kill you if you don't give this guy his money back and all this other stuff. And
Ben never said that, you liar, you rat, you snake, you vile snake oil salesman, you demon. What do you mean Ben threatened you? I need to know, did Ben ever threaten this guy or his staff? Because I think we're living in 2 realities here. I think I might be in the wrong reality because I don't remember Ben doing that.
like all these things. And so we're like, dude, like, you guys have to go through the appropriate legal channels. This guy has nothing to do with it, other than he just gets off on making videos and like if you look him up, again, he goes by the name of YouTube. Okay. And he films himself doing illegal things all the time, and then he gets his videos taken down, do all sorts of research on him. That's what we're dealing with, is a guy who, like, honest to goodness, he's a sociopath. Okay. As we've done some additional...
He's a sociopath. Sir, I think you're the sociopath, actually. You have no morals, nothing to stand on. You are just a con man. That is what you are. You're... like, there's so many words I wish I could say. Twist this man into a pretzel, because he's such a horrible human being. I've seen terrible people, but you know, throughout my time here on the internet, but seeing it like in full display in like IRL, dude, it's been the most mind-boggling thing, because you think most people who aren't, you know, absorbed into the internet and they're running their business, they're minding most of, you know, their life, whatever, that they'd be more like down to earth. But hey, it's business at the end of the day, right, chat? It's just business. Yeah.
Like searches on him, he has like it appears that a relative of him, of his, because he's originally from Ohio and then he moved to LA. Some relative of his with the same name, that, like, based on what we can piece together, was like convicted of like child porn or child, you know, sexual like contact, some of these other types of things.
What the hell? What is this guy talking about? He's just saying words now. Oh my gosh. The cops thinking, shut up, shut up, shut up. I mean, probably. I mean, hey, let him open his mouth. Let him bury himself. But again, even if he does this, let's be honest, they're not going to do anything unless the feds are involved. Like, let's just be honest.
So there's a very real chance that he may have been abused as a child, but that set him through a mental disorder, kind of whatever the case may be. He's clearly a sociopath and does not care about like the system.
My whole family's like pretty close, and I'm like 99.999999999% sure that's not true. But if it is true, I would like to know who that is. So, because I would, that's probably important information for me if there is someone in my family that's like that. But just a really quick update. I think we found the guy that Ammon's talking about.
Athens man is sentenced after he was found guilty of 110 felony counts for recording and distributing child pornography from his home. Benjamin Schneider.
Dude, this guy, I mean, no offense, he does look like he does things, you know. He kind of does look like that.
Is sentenced to 8 years in prison.
So yeah, I guess this guy also got charged in Ohio, and he has a very similar name to me. It's actually the exact same name as me. And maybe he thought that this person was me. Maybe that explains why he's saying I have been around.
They look nothing alike. You guys know that meme of showing corporate the pictures? He does not look like him. Sorry. Best spitting image. Shut up. Shut up, cursed commentaries. No, I'm not a mercenary. This is if you look at my outfit very carefully, there are some hints as to what this outfit is, but if we had to go very general, it's a very tactical outfit.
Arrested multiple times. I mean, clearly this person is not me. I mean, but also,
I mean, they must have made a carbon copy of Ben, but like, you know, 40 years, like, sorry, how old is Ben? Like in his 30s, so like 20 years later. This is Ben 20 years later, receding hairline, you know, just balding. White dude, he got the pepper beard here.
Maybe Ammon's not the smartest person in the world, so maybe he thought that we were the same person. I don't know, but this is the closest I was able to find of what Ammon could be talking about.
We know this guy's a sociopath, and so we're very afraid for our staff. Yes, sir. And these guys coming in, they've threatened people before. They don't care about the law, right?
Right.
And that's what makes us very scared, is because, again, like, and I'm kind of asking a serious question. In your opinion, would you go get a shotgun and bring it in the store?
He keeps asking, like,
I don't remember Ben bringing in a shotgun to the store. What is this idiot talking about? What is this retard talking about? Goodness gracious, man. Some people just, you wonder if oxygen, anyway.
So, like, you're the police officers, you think it's a good idea that we should have guns to defend ourselves next time Reckless Ben comes in, right? I think what he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson said he was going to...
he's asking if he should get a shotgun to shoot Ben. He should get a one-way ticket to the loony bin, and you know, we melt the key and throw it into outer space, and we keep him in that white padded room. We'll slide the meals through the little door at the bottom. No plastic forks or sporks. You only get a spoon. You only get a plastic spoon.
Shoot us just for trying to serve him papers.
Holy crap, dude. Wait, hold on. This is insane. So he's basically asking, hey.
So basically, he wants to go full nuclear on Ben. Someone, like, I'm gonna be really honest. This needs to be treated as a, I don't know, domestic violence or something. Because, bro, what the heck? Getting a gun to shoot someone who's trying to serve you papers? That has got to be one of the most nuclear and ridiculous things I've ever heard. Holy smokes, Ben. Ben might need a shotgun himself, honestly, if he has to confront this guy. It's insane.
Hey, officers, do you think it's a good idea for me to have a gun, a shotgun?
Yeah, it's premeditated, 100%.
Gun in case this guy comes around again, so he can get the okay from the police officer.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, the officer said I can, insinuating that he can kill you.
Well, the police officers were that told me to do this. Like, I'm just within my rights. He was trying to kill me, and I'm just defending myself. Yeah, he's trying to come up with a reason to justify murdering us, I think, which...
This is actually insane.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, I honestly think that if the feds don't step in, and I'm not even saying this as a meme at this point, they are letting some real career criminals get away with not only being thieves, but also murderers, because it's clear that Mr. Ammon here is ready to end the life of Ben and his associates. And Ben is not even thinking about doing that. He just wants justice for the family that, at the end of the day, are the biggest victims in all of this, guys. Remember, they took it away from that military vet and the son who was trying to help out his, dad and stuff. It's insane. There is no justice here. I'm quite frankly shocked if the feds don't arrest these people, because I think there's just enough at this point to bury them in the ground in federal prison for at least a good decade, I think. I mean, I could be wrong maybe on the timing, but, like half a decade to a decade at least.
But
In a situation like this where some people we feel like are in danger.
I personally encourage people who are able to carry legally to carry.
okay, so that's basically all the footage after I got arrested of them
He's basically saying, look, you do what you do and you do what you gotta do. It's a sign of approval without saying it.
freaking out, and I think that kind of explains why, because a few hours later we do the GoFundMe. Sheldon gets arrested just for promoting this GoFundMe, and then they send a whole SWAT team of police officers to my house to just arrest everyone. So basically Ammon's doing what I like to call the 3-year-old method, which is basically if a 3-year-old really wants something and they're not getting it, what do they usually do?
They throw a tantrum. That's what they do. That's what Ammon is doing. He's throwing a big fat tantrum. Lord have mercy, man.
Whine, cry, kick the back of the seat when they're in the car.
Basically this. That's kind of what Ammon's doing. Like,
That's literally what he's doing, but with guns. He's got guns in his hands. Instead of just screeching, he's also got guns.
Ammon at first isn't really getting what he wants. It's like, I mean, I guess he got me arrested, but then I get out of jail and he's like, oh shoot, if I just keep saying he's stalking us, they're not going to keep him in jail for I got to make up some story to put him back in jail.
And the thing is that Bricks and Minifix has money. So this is a battle of attrition. Honestly, it really is.
Exactly what a 3-year-old would do, right? And then he says, we're going to murder him. He's like, we're threatening him, and
He's not getting what he wants, so he just...
Oh yeah, I mean, a tantrum doesn't begin to explain just how vile, evil, how deceptive and nuclear these people are. But, in the context of what Ben was talking about, that's kind of what they're, Ammon is acting like a child, but it's much worse because he's a grown man trying to end the life of another grown man because he can't handle the heat. He can't handle the light exposing his darkness. And so he wants to swallow everything up into the void of his heart. I'm sure Ember would go completely nuclear here in her description of Ammon and what he's doing. So let's pretend Ember's here and she just said a bunch of things that she would normally say. Go, nuclear on Mr. Ammon here. I'll give you a moment of silence. There you go. Ember spoke from the great beyond.
It's like whining and crying. It's like, they're doing this!
and we
They're
can't...
threatening!
Yeah, and we can't, honestly, we can't really get mad at Ammon for doing this because, I mean, we used to do the same thing also, right?
Yeah.
Like literally everyone used to do this, but then we turned.
My question is, why are you saying this? This doesn't help your case. Be quiet. Silence. Stop opening your mouth. Quiet. Just focus on him. Don't bring up that you used to do it because they're going to find a way to... Oh my gosh. He's trying. Look, honestly, I appreciate that Ben is being open, but right now is not the time to potentially get your, shoot yourself in the foot here. For all intents and purposes, that wasn't a pun.
Like 5 years old, and we
grew out of it.
Yeah, well, like we turned 5, and then we realized that this was not the correct method to get what we want. Yeah, basically the person that sent me all this body cam footage asked if I could respond to what Ammon's saying. So I'm saying my official response to Ammon is goo goo gaga, because I feel like
Okay, bud. This is not what we need to do, man. We're playing a serious game of 10D chess here. Every move needs to be calculated. No room for trolling.
that's the appropriate way to respond to someone who's acting like a baby. And send. So right after this phone call, they arrest Sheldon for just promoting our GoFundMe and sent a bunch of SWAT team members to like SWAT our house, which kind of makes that make more sense to me now based on what Ammon was saying. But anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. We posted the video, and this is, I think, 5 days after we posted the video now. Matt McNeff, Ammon's brother, calls the police.
Oh, now the brother's involved. Oh, here we go. Another psycho.
I don't really think he had a crime. He's just kind of like complaining about our video. No, for real. Look.
Let me see.
Yeah, so it's my brother and I.
I'm not sure why he's not going to the Supreme Court, but I think there's a process. I mean, he would have to probably bring it up to like the FBI first, and then they can kind of probably escalate from there. Doubt he can go directly to the Supreme Court himself without some sort of backing from the feds first, and that they take his case. There's an order of operations to our system, and you can't just like walk into the Supreme Court and say, oh, there are channels that you need to go through first.
I have a franchise called Bricks and Minifigs that we run. He was filming and making this pseudo journalistic documentary that he that's what he's claiming it is. Yeah. He released that documentary on Friday, and our lives have been nothing but hell since then. Once this,
I mean, these guys made Ben's life hell. Heck, they threw him in prison for something that he shouldn't have been thrown into prison for.
YouTuber released this video. Our franchisees are getting targeted harassment, review bombs. They are destroying people's lives and making it has been a nightmare.
He's not even reporting a crime to the police. He's just like complaining about how much he dislikes the video.
Aren't you supposed to call the cops when there's an emergency?
And that's another thing. And I know this guy's going to bring up that point, but we mentioned it here before too. This is a waste of resources. This is a waste of taxpayer money. What about the real emergencies? What about the people who are truly in need? These guys are just hogging. They're hogs. They're hogs in different ways, man. And it's so sad because, you would think that the police is there to truly serve justice, and they're just as corrupt as these business owners, man. They're in each other's pockets, and they're, giving each other a big smooch on the lips. And I won't go further than that because, yes.
See.
The cops basically just being the dude's therapist at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's been rough. He's trying to say that the American Port Police, our company, and the LDS Church are all colluding now in...
I mean, it very much seems that way. You guys are not accepting court orders, you're not accepting getting served papers. You're constantly calling the police. You've been evading Ben and his group, even though, things were promised, from watching the first couple videos, right? And you haven't held up your end of the bargain. You're absolutely in cahoots with each other. Anyone with 2 eyes and a functioning brain can see that.
Protecting our franchisee, and it's one big giant conspiracy. I mean, it's insanity. It's just rage bait and clickbait, and he is.
No, you are an absolute vile, disgusting human being. That's what it is. And you're being exposed for the wench you are. Not wrench. Maybe he is a wrench. We'll throw a wrench into the situation. Oh my gosh.
Significant serious harm. This has got to slow down.
What, remind me, do you know the title of the video on YouTube? I'd like to include that link on the report.
The YouTube creator is his. Like, again, we feel like we've tried the whole way through to do the right thing here.
This entire time, Bricks and Minifigs, they say they've been trying to do the right thing the whole time, and it's literally just been...
No, they haven't done anything right. Absolutely zero right. You know, it sort of seemed like, you know, when they were at least trying to communicate with Ben, that maybe for a moment they were doing something right. But they quickly turned that around and went full nuclear on him. So...
is give the dude his Legos back. Like, they're just sitting in an empty store right now that you guys aren't even planning on selling them anymore. It'd be so easy for you just to give them back, but that would fix this whole thing, but they didn't. So wait. So it's because they've caused so much like punitive damage now. Like, they've put Brian on medication. He's been having panic attacks. They've tried ruining his whole life, and
it's ridiculous. They tried suing the family too. No. They're making the family's life that's completely, like, they're completely innocent of this whole thing. You know, ruining their lives, plunging them into despair, also that they don't get their Legos back. And it's like, you know, there was a consignment agreement. You know, when you break a contract, there are ramifications for breaking a legal contract. They did not hold, Bricks and Minifigs did not hold up their end of the bargain here. It's ridiculous. You know, it was tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Legos. That's not a small amount. You know, you can set someone up for life with that money. Well, investments perhaps, but not like, you know, I can retire with that money, maybe in like a third world country, but you know, in America, at the very least, that's like, that could be someone's retirement plan or part of the retirement plan, man.
All this other stuff. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than just giving the Legos back now. Basically, our lawyers are saying that this is gonna be a slam dunk case. We could just get...
Okay, so good. He has lawyers and it's gonna be a slam dunk case. See, I do think they need to fight with, you know, the heavy artillery here, man. This whole situation, you know, it sort of started out sort of memey, but it's real. It's a real thing, and people's lives are being ruined over it. It's disgusting.
Millions and millions of dollars out of them, and just like basically bankrupt their entire company. So Bricks and Minifigs will get completely destroyed. Or
dang, that sounds insane.
We've given them another easy way now. They can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance, and I will take that as...
I don't like that he said this, to be honest, because again, you're kind of giving them a potential way out that isn't the way that it really should be, the harder way out, you know?
A sincere form of apology, and once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally move on to the next video series. It'll be awesome.
I mean, I think he can say that though, because he's sure that they're not going to do it. I highly doubt that they're going to do it.
But it's weird. Bricks and Minifigs still hasn't done the chicken dance yet, which to me makes me feel like they think doing the chicken dance will cause them like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage. They're that scared of doing the chicken dance. They think that by them doing the chicken dance, it's probably, I don't know, but they think that's a worse decision than destroying their hundreds.
Because it's about sending a message. It's about being in control. These people are power hungry. When someone is power hungry, they will burn all the money in the world just to stick it to you, just to prove something to you. And it's horrible, man. You know, I get his frustration, but let's be honest. It's just Bricks and Minifigs sending a message. Don't mess with us. We are the cheese. We are the big cheese, and you're just a little small fry from California. Even though both our states are equally as bad.
$100 million company, and all of the innocent franchises that have nothing to do with this, they think it's worth destroying all their franchises just so they don't have to do the chicken dance. Time is running out, and they have 1 week left as of me posting this video right now, and then there's going to be a third thing. So right now, it's just...
I'm really curious to know what that third thing is. Lay it on us, Ben. Lay it on us.
Give the Legos back and do the chicken dance. But if they wait 1 more week, then they're going to have to do 3 things. Whatever this street is, it's the street Joshua Johnson lives on. They will have to rename this street Reckless Ben Street. That way...
Oh my gosh. Look, I'd rather he be laughing and happy than miserable, but this is ridiculous, bro.
Every time
Oh my
Josh
gosh.
drives home, he's gonna have to see, oh, I live on Reckless Ben Street now. This sucks, you know? Yeah, just as they're stacking the charges to throw us in jail forever, we're stacking the list of demands before they can get out of this mess.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and we're just gonna keep stacking them until their whole company's destroyed.
Stack it week after week, month after month, year after year.
Yeah, and even infinity after infinity, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep stacking those lists of demands all the way up and never stop it. Give the like effect, it won't stop until the like effect. Anyways, subscribe to Patreon.
You heard it here. We're gonna get a brick by brick, chat. Brick by brick.
You'll get to see lots of behind the scenes, like full interviews. I just posted a full interview of us talking to the chief of police.
And you got screwed. Like, right? So we're just trying to right the wrong. Whatever that.
You ain't trying to write nothing. Nothing, because if you did, you would have listened. These Legos would have been given back by now.
Looks like.
Basically, he's saying that his police department messed up, and the whole interview's on Patreon. Also, part 4 is halfway filmed. We're almost done filming part 4. It's gonna be the most insane video we've ever filmed in our entire lives. Tell him, Victor. Yeah, no spoilers. It kind of sucks because we're still undercover in part 4, but part 4 is gonna be super sick. Everyone's saying that the Lego videos are wrapping up. I think the Lego series is actually just started.